Great.
Fresh WNBA Jack, huh?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm great.
Deuces, Jordan, what's goody? How you doing, sir?
What's going on, man?
All right, let's talk about the All Star draft. If you want to take it away.
Yeah, so last night they had the WNBA All-Star Draft with the two captains, Caitlin Clark and Nafisa Collier. Can you show a graphic of the players that were drafted on each side?
Yeah, I'm gonna
So,
pull them both up.
so this is Team Caitlin right here. She started, with the starters. She got her teammate Aaliyah Boston, and when she got a chance to grab off the bench, she grabbed Kelsey Mitchell. So she got both of her teammates, Sabrina, Asia Wilson, Satu, Gabby Williams, Sonia Citrone, Kiki, Jackie Young, and lastly got Kayla Thornton. And on the other side, we got Nafisa. Nafisa with
Let me
her
pull it
first
up.
pick, she grabbed, I believe, Stewie, right? Yeah, so she grabbed her unrivaled co-founder Stewie, Alicia Gray, NECA, Paige, Courtney, Skylar, Angel Reese, Alyssa, Kelsey, and Ryan. Jambari, who do you think drafted the better team?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Fee. I'm gonna go with Fee.
Hmm.
I feel like
Why is
I
that?
feel I feel like Fee has okay. First of all, you got former MVP and Breonna Stewart. You probably got one of the better players in the league who's playing right now, in Alicia Gray. And then just going down the list, you got one of the best point guard defenders in the league and two-way players in the league. Then you got the founding or the front runner for Rookie of the Year. Courtney Williams is Jordan is one of your favorite players.
I know.
Alyssa Thomas, who's an MVP candidate, coming up. If she's not one, she's two at worst. You got her coming off the bench. Kelsey Plum, who's putting up 20 a game. Ryan Howard, another two-way guard who can score it. I feel like, I feel like just to kind of the reason why I feel like Fee has the better team is just because of the people that Caitlyn didn't draft, and she's lucky that Fee didn't draft Asia Wilson because
I
I,
know, right?
that was the biggest surprise to me. Like when her going number 4 in this
Right.
draft, I was throwing explicitives. They got it on live. I was like, what in the
That
insert
was
word
weird,
here?
right? That was weird.
Yeah, I'm like, dog. There's got to be something between. I don't know. I'm not trying to speculate. I ain't trying to speculate. I ain't trying to speculate. I don't. I like talking in facts, not conjecture. But
Wait, you mean why she didn't go third
yeah,
to Caitlin?
I can get why she didn't go first, but going what would technically be the fourth round is insane.
it is. And I think, look, I would have drafted her first, and then knowing that Fee is gonna draft Brianna, I'm still gonna just go pick up. I'm just gonna go pick up Aaliyah in the second round. Like, and I don't think Aaliyah would have a problem going after Asia Wilson. But like with Sabrina going after or before Asia was kind of like, huh?
Dang.
And then like when I saw that Fee could have had the opportunity to
Um,
draft Brianna and Asia and she didn't draft her, I was like, what is going on here? That kind of like threw me off. But just I think about everybody who and it just to kind of just to flip flop it, Caitlin's team is a lot more inexperienced. Obviously you have
yeah,
what
right. Yeah.
three first time all stars on our team with Sonya, Kiki, and
Sonya.
Kayla.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then yeah. I mean obviously Jackie Young is awesome.
Two
Kelsey Mitchell
rookies
is
too.
awesome, and Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams is also another first time All Star, so she has four. She has four of them. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna two rookies. Yeah, I think Fee's team is by far the better team. Yeah, I don't think it's really that much for me. It's not a question. Mario, if you want to go, it's like I don't know. That was a little odd to me though.
I mean, you basically spoke on everything that I was gonna bring up. I am shocked that like Asia, I'm going by like obviously the best player that's in this outside of the I guess the
Right.
captains would be Asia. I would have selected Asia first. I can understand why Caitlyn went Aaliyah first as her teammate, but then I was thinking second, and then Nafisa hit us with Stewie, and that being her unrivaled buddy, I was just like, wow. But yeah, I think that Nafisa drafted better. You spoke on it. I didn't even catch it, but the lack of experience from Caitlyn's team having almost all of the first year players outside of like Paige on her team. Yeah, that matters. And then I just think Fee's team is more complete. She's got more length. Aneka and them. I mean both teams have talented players, obviously, but I just think Fee's team is more complete.
I 100% agree. I feel like Fee's team was better before the draft, and now the actual game, Asia Wilson probably won't be playing because of a wrist injury. So now that team is like way better But I mean, the rationale was Fee was trying to draft her Lunar Isles teammates, right? I mean, she kind of said that during the telecast.
She
So
got
that
3 of them.
yeah, so that explained. Yeah, she got Courtney Williams, Leisha Gray, and who was the other one?
Courtney Williams, Alicia Gray, and Skylar
And
Diggins.
Skylar, yeah, that's right. She did get Skylar. So yeah, I mean, I think she just drafted overall better. Caitlin got more, perimeter players. Like she didn't start building out her
Front
front
court.
line till the end of the draft. She was saying so herself. So, um, I mean, we'll see how it goes, man. I mean, she did get Sandy though.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. The trade, the coaches trade. What do y'all think about that?
I think it makes sense. That's because Reeves is coaching Team Fee, right?
Yeah, Reese coaching team fever.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
makes
The whole Minnesota Lynx team is over there.
right. So yeah, fine.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, again, I don't want to speak in conjecture, but yeah, I did think that was interesting too. But on another note, Wilson is listed as questionable for their next game against Washington, even though she just had an MRI. So that's kind of just
That's good then.
it is
Yeah,
good. It is
yeah.
good. She had an MRI this morning, but she's listed as questionable. I was gonna drop the tweet, but I didn't have time to write it. But yeah, it's like 5, 10, maybe 10, 15 minutes ago, she was just listed as questionable. So
Okay.
she
Well,
should be she
that's
should
good.
be back in lineup.
So maybe it's not so serious then. Yeah.
And then and this is the other thing too. I really thought that I was surprised that Caitlin picked Sabrina third, or yeah,
I
third.
know. I
I
know.
was like, I really thought she'd probably pick Paige and or a lot of the players that the starting lineup, I had her picking the same starting lineup, just not in the correct order, and it was between either Sabrina or Paige for her to pick. So and then I thought like Fee would probably pick up Sabrina because she has Stewie on her team. So that was I don't know, that was a little.
It's
It
it's
is
it's
what it is.
interesting because during the telecast, um, Caitlin says, like we are gonna miss a lot of shots. Hopefully, we're gonna shoot a lot of threes. But at that point in time, Cheryl Reed was still the coach. But then when she got Sandy, she traded, and got Sandy. Sandy lets us shoot a lot of threes, and it's like, so was this like preordained? Like, was this decided beforehand, or what's the deal?
It had to be, or like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, man, it'll be an exciting game, and speaking of Asia Wilson, she exited with a wrist injury for the Aces. Um, it's good to hear that she's questionable for the next game, but how do you think this affects the Aces for the rest of the season?
Mario, that's your team.
That is my team. I've been eyeing them. Um, honestly, I hate this so much. Obviously, she was out earlier in the season with that
Right.
concussion injury, out 3 games. They were able to sustain a positive record. Just only played 3 games. Went 2-1. I just really, really don't know with this team. I don't like obviously the expectations are still high because they have phenomenal great players on the team, but seeing your star player, she's carrying this load and she's getting
Right.
hurt. Like that's worry something. And I just at this point I just don't know like what to like I said, I expect them to still be good. Right now we're teetering what we're
How good?
Yeah. What were your expectations for them prior to the season starting?
top
Contender.
four, top five, top four seed. That's
Yeah.
what I was expecting. Dominance. I get last season. We were we dealt with injury last season, so we're coming back this season ready. We made this trade, this big trade. I'm thinking Jewel gonna come in and
Right.
obviously alleviate
Yeah.
the scoring pressures off of Asia.
Yeah.
She's kind of been underperforming this season. It's just at this point, I'm just hoping we make the playoffs. That's
Really?
this point. It's crazy
Wow.
to say that with Asia.
What do you think needs to change on this team?
What I think needs to change. Oh, we did make a trade. We acquired
Nalissa.
Nalissa,
No, Smith. Yeah.
which to be honest, to me, I don't want to say it was pointless, but I kind of feel like she doesn't move the needle like at all. We
Okay.
don't feel tremendously better to me tremendously better with acquiring her. I guess like a tad bit defensively, but I don't.
I
She
feel
just
like
don't.
she's not what that team needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
uh,
just
uh, yeah.
I'm a Melissa Smith fan, so I'm happy that she's getting another opportunity. I think she's doing great in Las Vegas. So I think it's just gonna take. But she's been good for y'all out the gate. She's been
so
good, yeah.
far, but
And I feel like it's been an upgrade with having instead of having her and Kia Stokes, like you got something offensively there.
yeah, because Kia is horrible.
Kia's been being guarded by Caitlin.
Horrible.
Kia's
What?
been being no, it's true. Caitlin was guarding Kia for most of the games. Like she's being guarded by point guards because like
She's just
she's not a threat offensively.
sad, but I don't. Yeah, I'm just like I saw like our next couple of games. We faced the Mystics, Valkyrie, Wings, Dream, and Fever. In that these upcoming games, I feel like we probably if Asia's out, we could lose to the Mystics, which is a team that we're currently tied with, if I'm not mistaken, record wise.
They almost there. It's a 3-way tie for the ninth or the eighth spot with
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, Las Vegas, and
If the playoffs started
Las
today, they'd
Vegas.
be out, right?
And the Mystics. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know who has the tiebreaker between the three of them, but it's a 3-way tie for the eighth spot right now.
It's crazy that they're even in this position. Like,
Right.
yeah,
What's crazy is like I predicted. I'm like I think that they were gonna start to go on a run after their last game, but then like Asia got like they lost to Indiana. This is before the Indiana game, so after they beat Washington, I was like, oh, they're getting ready to go on a run, and Wilson's gonna put on like a crazy second half, and then they were doing well against New York, and then boom, here comes this injury, and it's like yikes, and they still almost beat New York. I don't know. I like when it comes to Vegas, I don't know. I don't know.
So,
I don't like seeing Prime Asia being wasted, like
me
her
either.
career. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's like last year was kind of like lackluster, and then this year is kind of like fighting for an A spot. I don't know what they're gonna like if your name is not Asia, Aaliyah, and or Jackie. We got to make some serious conversations about what we're gonna do to this roster because it's like I would rather have her play with younger players and just develop on a quicker timeline than veteran players because I'm like you see what you're getting out of the vets. So I don't know,
Would
but I
you,
don't want to. I hate saying that because I think Jewel Lloyd has been great, obviously, just as a player in general, and same thing with Chelsea Gray. So I don't know. Chelsea Gray's numbers aren't bad this year either, but it just they're
Something.
gonna have some real decisions to make like moving forward. Like I don't know, man. I don't
Jambari, at the top of your head, do you know how many points a game Joel Lloyd is averaging?
probably like 9 or 10.
She's averaging 10.4
Uh,
points per game.
yeah.
That's
I think Chelsea Gray averaging put 14 and 4, something like that. I
Do you
want to
know how
say
many points per game Joel Lloyd was averaging 2 years ago?
20. She was leading the league in scoring.
25.
Yeah.
about it.
And
Just
Yeah.
last year she averaged 20.
Yeah. 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 I that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you can't have guards there that are not that are, if you're not on the same type of timeline as Wilson where you got to progress. Like I'd rather have some like Aaliyah Nye, give her minutes and then just let her keep getting better. Maybe she could become a 15, 20. Well, I ain't gonna say 20, but
exactly. Like I
yeah.
expected a dip in Jules' numbers, but 10 point decrease is insane.
And it is insane. And I don't want to just like sit here and pile on Jewel Lloyd because I think it's a lot that they're missing too. Dana Evans has been playing decent too, so I don't know, man. I don't know when it comes to this Vegas. Do you think it's the problem with the Aces or just the rest of the league just got that much better?
I think it's both. I think this team is just getting older, but I think that at what point, I know it's like super early to think this, but does any part of you think the Aces should just tank and just give up on the season?
Mm-mm.
Give
No.
up, pal. Give up, pal. Like shut Asia down and just get a first round pick, like a high first round pick.
Just. I mean, remember we talked about this last year, where it's like you got to start considering just like rebuilding. After because last season was a disappointing finish too. This season is heading towards a disappointment, but last season they were still
A contender.
top four. Yeah, like they were still a dark horse to win a championship. So
you don't think this team could contend for a title this year?
No way, no.
They already beat Phoenix though, and that's another reason why I was like,
Bro, this team might like. I think if the playoffs started today, like they won't even be in.
I understand that, but I'm saying if they were to get in
But
against,
contending and not even getting in, Jabari, are like two different universes.
if
You know,
they were to play somebody like a
if you can't
Phoenix,
be top eight in a
could they beat
league of
them?
13, 14 teams, like
Could
not
they beat a Phoenix in a series? That's what I'm asking you. Could they beat a team like
no.
Phoenix?
I'm
But they
taking
already beat them. You said what?
I'm taking Phoenix in that series.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if we should start taking now. I think I just don't know. Like I just don't feel like a team that's got these three players and like even with Asia being in and out, I can't even say in and out because she ain't missed too many games because she's been injured. But like
No, yeah.
I just can't not I can't say tank yet, even though like they're literally one of the worst teams in the league right now, record wise. But I
So the Aces have a better record than Connecticut, the Sky, the Wings, and the Sparks. That's it.
Let me ask you this. So Black, shout out to Black listener. He said, as Vegas fans, do you regret the KP trade? I'm gonna leave that for you, Maria.
That's I mean, sometimes I mean, obviously with KP's production over there in LA, she's been playing phenomenal. Great scorer, of course. That's what we know Kelsey to be. But at the same time, I do feel like certain things just run their course. And I feel like she just ran her course with us. So I'm in the middle. I can see why you would say you would somebody would think that the KP trade was a bad move, but at the same time, I do feel like things just run their course. So
Do you think
um
this team is too old?
that might be an issue too.
Because their youngest player, do you know who the youngest player on the team is?
Would it be Aaliyah?
Probably Leah Nye.
Uh, yes, at
Yeah.
22, and then after that is the newly acquired Nelissa Smith.
Yeah.
After that's Kirsten Bell,
How old is Kirsten Bell?
25.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And this is also some more comments. So Black put bench Jewel, need a scoring punch from the bench.
I've
Well,
always
I
said
mean,
it. I'm on board with it.
really,
I'm on
you're a
board
bench.
with the visual.
Wow.
They have to at
Becky's
least
talked
consider
about
it.
that though. Becky's talked about changing up the starting five.
They have to
And I want to
consider it for
say,
sure.
yeah, I want to say Loyal said if that was something she had to do, she would do it if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like they should. I don't know why they haven't yet, but I feel like they should bench Joel Lloyd.
So okay, and then this is one of his other comments. He put no tanking with Asia. I don't blame him on that. I feel like you just you gotta retool.
Yeah.
You gotta trade. I would start making trades, especially with the CBA coming around, and you know that they're not signing if you know they're not signing an
What kind of
extension, you gotta get
well,
them up out of there.
what kind of trades would you propose? Rebuilding trades or trades like to contend this year?
I want Asia to get a guard that is young enough, and this is not like me taking a shot at Chelsea Gray and or Jewel Lloyd, but like a guard that's gonna she's 28. So you need somebody 22 to 24, 25 years old that's gonna be on the same type of trajectory, meaning they're gonna ascend better as she is just in the prime of her career. And like as she starts to tail off, that guard is gonna like Sabrina and Stewie. As Stewie starts to decline, Sabrina is just getting better as a player
Yeah.
for lack of better example. But like that's what I believe that they need is just somebody that's going to take the reins from her and really just change up their dynamic. That's why I like Aaliyah Nye playing for this team because she's also part of that new wave. She's coming in and she's making a really big impact off of the bench. That's why I wouldn't even think about getting rid of her. And she's on a rookie scale contract. Jackie Young wouldn't go anywhere because she's a two-way guard and she's still young enough that she could still dominate and she's still playing great. I don't know, man. Like I think a part of it is like I said, like they've gotten much older, and then the rest of the league has gotten a lot better, and it's crazy. And look, he put 100% that they need to absolutely get younger, and I don't blame
So,
him on that.
do you think they need to make any moves in that five position for that five?
I would try and
Because
I don't know how.
I feel like
Go go.
I would make a quicker position for a five than a guard, in my honest opinion.
You get another like you'd play two bigs.
Yes, for Asia, because Asia is well,
Asia's a power forward.
exactly. So I would put her back in her natural position. I would assume that
Hmm.
she's playing the five
Yeah.
because Alyssa is playing. So I would put Asia back in her natural position and go get a five that's actually worth something.
If it's me, I'm playing 4 out and I'm putting Asia at center just because she's that dynamic, and I'm gonna get like 3 or 4 shooters
I
around
think,
Asia, and
and
then
then
just
play faster, go
yes,
faster.
and
Yeah,
then if you have 4 shooters around Asia, especially at the guard spot, and then the 2 wings, and then that's like a I don't know how Melissa fits in this. She'd have to work on her jump shot, but like you'd have to get a 4,
stretch
like
four.
a DeWanna Bonner would have been perfect, or like a younger
Yeah,
version of a DeWanna
yeah,
Bonner would have been perfect
yeah,
because then you could put her as a stretch 4, and
yeah.
now Wilson gets the ball in the paint every time, and she's playing 1-on-1, and we already know she could score 30 when she's not, you know what I'm saying, when she's not being
The
doubled.
pro, but the problem with that suggestion is that that shit isn't readily available. Like
No, a lot of players are
and
not available. Yeah,
and also like to play faster, you need a younger team, and what you're looking for, dynamic, like younger guard or whatever to be on the right timeline. You probably got to get that through the draft, which is probably why you need to start consider tanking. Because
and
that's just how it. That's how the world works. Like you know.
he put Vegas is a mile high car that needs fresh tires. It's, gotta find Gray's. He's talking about he thinks Chelsea Gray is the problem. So Black put Chelsea Gray is replacement first, then worry about a center. I don't know,
Smart
man.
play.
I don't know, but I would try and keep if I could. If you're gonna replace her, I would try and keep her at least in a veteran like backup point guard role. And that is not me saying that she should be a backup point guard. I'm just saying like if you're, I'd rather keep her on the team if you're gonna get off of her contract. But I'd rather keep her on the team and have her mentor the next generation than just like abandon Chelsea Gray. Like there's no reason to do that because she's still putting up good numbers at 14 and 4 a game. Like
Yeah.
those aren't. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not.
And
It's
she's still a good, she's still a good guard. She's still a good guard for sure. I think the new when and Jordan, anytime you're ready, but it says with the new CBA, I don't think people will give up players fast. Well, they just gave up Melissa Smith for a first rounder,
Hmm.
so
all right. So next we got. Let's talk about Angel Reese. Angel Reese had a really good day today, guys. She was announced on the cover of WNBA 2K26, and there was it coupled with the release of her shoe. Jambari, what?
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm gonna go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night.
go ahead.
Well, let's go with Shamar. Shamar, what do you make of this? Like this, I don't want to say renaissance or whatever, but the last, let's say, like 2.5 weeks of Angel Reese's basketball play and these like personal achievements. Like, what do you make of this?
I'm just so happy for Angel Reese. That's really all I can narrow it down to. Just being so happy for her because, as we know, she started off the season pretty rough in a slump. I checked her numbers. Like it was one game, she only had like 2 points, didn't hit a field goal at all in that game against the Liberty. Kind of expected, but she just didn't play up to par the first 8 games of the season. And even she came out and said that her finishing could be better and all of that. And she picked it up, and obviously she picked it up. I think the biggest reason she was able to pick her play up was because I think the coaching had actually started to work on her, fix her, design a role for her, and she's been killing it, being that point forward for the Chicago Sky. Granted, they're still losing games, but you can see the projection in the future for Angel Reese now that she's
Yeah,
kind of found her groove with this team. Like you said, she an athlete on the women athlete for 2K. Um, Also, we know she's getting a shoe. We saw her shoe, like just everything. If Angel don't know how to do anything else, one thing she knows how to do is market too. She's a great marketer. I think I'm still taking her announcing that she's declaring for the draft through Vogue over this, but like businesswoman, marketing, that's like she's the queen of it all. I'm just super happy that she's been able to shut the haters up. If I'm not mistaken, she's also the only player right now averaging a double double.
Mm,
Could be wrong,
mm,
but like, come on, it's Angel Reese
mm.
really, really it. I'm just so happy for her. She's shutting all the haters up. She's shutting everybody up. Everybody that doubted her, she's shutting them up.
Hey, I'll read this and I'm gonna ask you this question. He said, "Do you think it's because Cardosa is not there clogging up the paint?"
I mean, wasn't she shining though with Camila Cardoso while
Mm.
she was there? And Camila also had a couple of good games too. With alongside Angel Reese. So I don't think like this people trying to pit the Cardosa versus Angel. No, I think that they both can mesh well together and be a dynamic duo. That's what I think.
Absolutely. Go, Jordan. If you have something to add on, I got a bunch I could say on this topic. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jambari. This is your favorite player of all time.
She's up there. She's absolutely up there, and she's awesome. Like, what's not to like about her? You get competitive fire, you get effort, you get hustle, you get tenacity. She brings everything intangible wise. Like I've been telling y'all, yes, absolutely. There's 22 and 15, like the type of numbers. Okay, when she hits her it's not if, it's when she hits her ceiling and her potential. Like when she reaches that, it's over. It's over for the league. Like it's gonna be difficult. So I put this tweet out. I don't know. Well, yesterday, there's a multiverse in which Angel Reese is an MVP, a champion, and the best player from the 24 draft class. Each game that she plays, we keep getting closer to that point. I'm gonna read that last part. Each game she plays, we keep getting closer to that point. She is getting better by the dribble, and I don't see how anyone can deny it. I remember, Maria just said it. She's talking about the haters. They're quiet now. Y'all quiet now. Y'all been real quiet now. I remember the start of season. Oh, and I love Kiki Iriefin. Go check out the interview on YouTube. I love Kiki Iriefin. They're bringing up her name. Oh, Kiki is better. If I had a chance to build around a young player, Kiki, what's she doing? When she goes up against Kiki and Shakira for that matter, 20-point double, shuts them both up. Right now, obviously her team didn't get the win, but she outplayed him. De'Erica Hamby, another one of my favorite players, she goes up against. Outplays D. I mean, like, you name the big, and she's always stepping up to the challenge. Like, she had a rough beginning of the season. Like, it is what it is. Like, and like I told them at the moment when they're all, what is she doing? She's posting pictures or whatever. She's not getting better. I'm like, genius. She was just playing in Unrivaled 2 months ago or less than a month ago. So she's been in the gym working out. And I said, okay, I'm going to stay quiet because y'all got it this first month and a half or first month. I said, I'm going to be quiet. Y'all got it. I said, but give it a month. Give it a month. And here we are a month later. Obviously, she's playing like a top 5 to top 10 player in the game right now. Congratulations to her for getting her shoe, obviously. And the design is sick as well. 2K cover. Speaking of 2K, because I remember this. And like I told y'all, I compare her. Like people say, oh, she's Dennis Rodman. She's Draymond. This is who I think she is right here. This is who I think she is. She's Baby Asia. I think she's Baby Asia. Obviously you comparing her to one of the greatest players of all time. That's one thing. But I think Reese isn't too far. I'm not gonna say too far, but she's walking that trajectory. I'm not gonna say she's gonna be an Asia Wilson by the time her career is done, because I don't think that's tough. But I do think that she is Baby Asia Wilson. I got a lot more, Jordan. You look like you got a lot to say. Go ahead. Say what you don't,
say. But your hyperbole is like up there with like Stephen A. Smith. Like the stuff that you say, like Baby Asia Wilson. Come on, man.
Baby. So you don't think she can reach that pinnacle?
I don't think so. But I mean, I've supported, bro. You know this. Like you can look it up. I've been supporting Angel Reese for just as long as you have since last year. Like I think this is still I mean we talked about who would win a championship, like who would you build around, Reese or Clark, remember? And like
you said Reese.
I said Reese because you always want to build around an interior player. Historically in basketball, you just want to do that. It's more predictable, and it's usually easier to find pieces to build around an interior player, which is what is so incredibly frustrating about the Chicago Sky situation, because you cannot find the easiest type of players to find to build around, not just one, but 2 interior players. Like that is crazy, So, yeah, I think Angel Reese has taken a step forward for sure.
Jordan, let me. So 2 things on some of the commenters put. Shout out to KD. He put, well, hold on. I'll read 3 of these comments. One of them put, Angel Reese won't be good enough to be a number 1 option on a title team. Keep this in mind. That's what they're saying now. I just want y'all to remember that they're saying this now for the record, because I think she's going to be a finals MVP and an MVP and a champion. So just keep that in mind. That's what they're saying now. Because like every game she plays, the bar keeps getting raised. The bar keeps getting, and I like it. Good, keep raising the bar.
Do you think that because like Finals MVP last year was Jonquel Jones, she was probably not the first or second option on that team, but she was Finals MVP, and they won a championship last year. Could she beat Jonquel Jones?
I think Jonquel Jones is the number one option
over Stewie.
Not on that team, but I think in general she is.
That's what I'm saying.
In general, she is. So, but let me and then so Katie put, I'm a prisoner of the moment. Shout out to Katie for that. Sometimes I can be, but he also said he wanted to hear your argument for Angel Reese over Caitlin Clark when it comes to building a championship team.
Historically,
and just hold one more. Tyrese said Finals MVP is possible, and then Cam, we're gonna address your comment in a second too. Go historically. So yeah, go ahead.
Historically, in women's basketball, it's just always been dominated by interior players. This is a game that's played like above everybody's head. No one has a 40-inch vert. Like that's just the way. It's a grounded game. You know, whoever is taller and arms can get closer to the basket, that team tends to win. That's literally the game. You know, Caitlin Clark is such an anomaly with her 3-point shooting, and it's so hit or miss. It's hard to win 3 out of 5 games if that's your most usual offensive weapon, but it's just easier in general to build a team. It's more likely, I would put my money on it, to win a championship around Angel Reese than around Caitlin Clark. And so much has to be done. It's like, who's easier to win a game? Like, who's easier to build a team around? Is it in general, in your head, easier to build a championship team around Karl Anthony Towns or Trae Young? Like, it's like I'm trying to think of like relative even levels of
Steph and name any center in the league,
or like Joakim Noah or Trae Young. Like one is like a
Trae Young,
one is like a little lower.
I pick Trae in that situation.
Well, I would say it's Joakim Noah. Like I would say,
but you're not like far off, because Joakim went to a conference finals multiple times. Just having him as a defensive anchor.
Yeah, it's just easier to construct a championship team around that. That's the long and short of the argument. But you could, we could go through every single player from the 1990s to the 2010s.
Let's do it. I'm so happy you said that. And then Cam will address your comment.
Interior player Nafisa Collier, right? Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Lisa Leslie, Yolanda Griffith, like the Australian one.
Talking about Cam Beige?
No, like historically. Lauren Jackson, like you just need Jonquel Jones, Sylvia Fowles, like you just need bigger players. That's just how this world works,
And speaking of bigger players, and this is another reason why, like I was saying, history tends to favor, just big people in general, but especially in the WNBA. So if you're a 4 or 5, so these are the WNBA single season leaders in records for total rebounds. Out of all the players mentioned, so Asia, look at first of all, she was 6-7 rebounds away from being number 1 all time. Just keep that in mind. But it is crazy as a rookie too. Out of all the players that are mentioned on this list, so there are 7 players that have not won an MVP on this list. So 7 players out of these 25 have not won.
Lisa Leslie, is
three of them are active. Aaliyah Boston, De'Erica Hamby, and Alyssa Thomas. That's it. Everyone else at minus those 7 has won a chip. So for me, and you could even go further with an MVP. So for me, it's like history is more on her side than it is against it. So I don't.
Also, Angel Reese brings of that size, being an interior player. If she develops a decent offensive game with the rebounding and the defensive presence, interior defensive presence that she could bring, it's just so much value, to a team. So
let me ask both of y'all this: is there a way? Do y'all feel like Angel could ever be a better player than Caitlin? Really, Maria? I want to hear more about that.
I don't know. I think their roles are so different. It's so hard. I guess I would expect Angel to be a more complete player than Caitlin, but I don't think completeness means that you're better than somebody else, in my opinion. Because then I mean, but that's just me. Like, I don't think
No,
like
go.
I
You're good.
think because like technically Giannis would probably be a more complete player than Joker, but I still think that Joker is better than
Giannis.
Giannis.
Brings you closer to a championship than Giannis does.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
why I think it. Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't think she'll ever be Angel will ever be better than Caitlyn. But yes, I do think that Angel is more complete than Caitlyn.
Jordan, you agree with her, or am I crazy in this on this situation or in this thought process?
it's so like you have to word it the right way, but I feel like I would rather build around Angel. I feel like Angel can get you close to a championship quicker because it's easier to construct a roster around that. But I feel like Caitlin Clark is and will just always be like the better basketball player, you know? Because like I mean, this is the whole thing. Like, did you ever hear that argument by Chuck Klosterman about Jordan versus LeBron, where it's like when people argue Jordan versus LeBron, they're actually arguing two different things. One person is arguing who is the best basketball player of all time, and then a lot of people counter argue who is the best at playing basketball. These are two
Hmm.
different things. You know, LeBron in your head is actually the best ever at playing basketball because he's taller, he's stronger, he jumps probably just as high, better shooter, you know, stats wise, three, like just rebounder, assist, passing, everything. But like a lot of people, what's so incongruous is that people think Michael Jordan is the better basketball player, even though he's better at playing basketball. So Caitlin Clark's skills will always be far superior to Angel Reese's. I think Caitlin is the better basketball player.
Oh, well, no, we'll see. I don't know. I think for me, I already know. I'm not gonna. I know. So you okay? Let me ask y'all. So y'all think? Obviously, I think I'm assuming both of y'all think Caitlin's gonna win an MVP before Angel.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
No, that's fine. And I'm not saying I disagree with that, but what I do think is when she starts hitting her stride and she's averaging 20, 15, and 7. I mean, like for me, I'm like, how to, and she's gonna be giving you at least 2 steals a game. I'm like, how to, and is Caitlin ever gonna have a season where she's putting up 20 and 15?
She most definitely. I think the
15 assists. You think she's gonna put up 15 assists
No.
for a season?
15 for a season, that's probably too many, but I think she could average a double. 20. Wait, what is she? She like close to averaging 20 points right now, ain't it? I think
Yeah.
she could give you 20 and a double, 20 and like 13 or something like that.
Oh
You know,
wow, okay.
great efficiency. Like I think Caitlin's peak, her max, offensively is I don't even think we probably seen the best
Oh
of
no,
her.
not at all. And for neither of them. And
True.
just for the record, I think Caitlin's gonna be the first player in the league to average 30 and 10. I think that's gonna happen sooner than later.
That's a
And that's
lot.
no, I think absolutely her shooting splits are not good. And all she would need to do is just increase her shooting splits, and she's gonna average 25 plus. And then I could see her getting to the free throw line a few more times. But yeah, I absolutely think she'll be the first player in league history to put up 30 and 10, if not just 30 alone in general. I think she could do that for sure. I'm gonna read some of these tweets, but I do think Angel Reese that when 2015 and 7, that's consistent. Angel averaging 15 and 12 and 3 on 43% shooting last 10 games. I don't know how there's not a correlation with her absence, meaning Camilla. I think he's saying that Camilla she plays better when Camilla's not there. With Cardoso, Angel stats go down to 12, 11, and 4 on 39% shooting. And then Cam also put Caitlin could average 25, 11, and 6 at some point. I think so too. I think so too. Yeah, I think so too.
You know, the craziest part is I don't think she'll ever average 6 rebounds, but she could probably do it with
Didn't she do
25.
that last year?
Did she?
I'm about to pull that up. Tell me I'm crazy. I feel like she did that
She
last
averaged
year.
6 rebounds last year?
I don't know. I want to say she's close to it. Hold on. She put up. Yeah, for her career. So last year she put up. She averaged 5.7. She averaged 5.7 with eight assists, 8.4, and 19 points.
Wow,
And
I
then
just picture her in my head as a good rebounder.
oh no, she's a great rebounder for her position. 18 points, 9 assists this year, and five rebounds.
That's
Yeah,
the most. That is so unbelievable,
yeah. She's good. She's good at basketball.
bro. She is me bounds. Go ahead.
It's on you. If you now, I mean, I guess now if you want to go speak about Caitlin, because we there's a lot that we could say about this Indiana Fever game.
I didn't watch the game today.
Oh, well, I mean, Mario, did you see it or am I crazy?
I did not.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I guess I'll talk about it then. So the Fever lost by 20 plus, and that was
I
a
saw
rough game.
some
Huh?
of
What were
it.
you gonna say?
I saw some of it, not all of it.
Well, yeah, it was a rough game. So I'll put I'll highlight Kate Martin right quick. So right now she's undefeated versus Clark in the WNBA. So first and foremost, shout out to hey, shout out to Kate Martin, because a lot of people say she's trash, this and that, but I never really thought that. She's been a really hard worker, but a lot of people are upset, and like my Twitter page is kind of like a lot of people are upset. They're saying okay, so Stephanie White had this to say about Caitlin playing off ball, because they had lineups where Ari McDonald was playing and then had Caitlin playing the two. So she put Stephanie White said, I like the ability to have two primary ball handlers on the floor, being able to give the opponent different looks. Quite frankly, for C, especially not having to play under duress 94 feet, we'll continue to work on that. And then like a lot of the people on Twitter are upset about that. Like a lot of people are upset about her having to work off ball. Obviously, today wasn't her best game. She came off of a double figure scoring game. She had 10 points, but her shooting, her splits weren't good today. Her splits were not good today at all. And she talked about it, getting her win back. I'm not really worried about how she's gonna play. Like I'm not too concerned with her shooting slump. It's like the same thing with Angel. Like I wasn't really too concerned when she had her slump to start the season, and I'm not really too concerned about her. I think she's gonna get it together. And I think it's only gonna be a matter of time before she starts putting up 20 and 10 again. The only thing that concerns me with her is that she has got to cut down the turnovers. Like that's the only thing where I'm like, if she could just cut down her turnovers.
Today.
It's not good. It's not. It's a terrible flaw. And like every player has flaws, but I don't know a player, in my mind, that turns the ball over a lot and has won at the highest level. That's the only thing that I get concerned about. And I'm like, I don't know what. Maybe she has to do more film study or whatever. Like, and I know she studies a lot, but just with her, it's high risk, high reward. So you're gonna get her peak is like Superman. You're gonna get a lot, but like when she's not on her peak and she's still turning the ball over, it's a problem. It's a problem. They have got to get that like fixed, and I hope she gets that corrected soon, because she's such a great player. Like that's the only thing that I really find like. And then people pick on her defensively, which they say she's a bad defender. I don't think she's that bad of a defender, truthfully. I think she's okay, and I think truthfully, I don't think she's that bad. So, but I don't know. Golden State. Shout out to them Golden State Valkyries, because they look like they're gonna be a good playoff team this year. What are you saying?
No, they really look. They just really shocked me. That's really all I can say. That Golden State team shocked me.
Yeah,
it's really impressive, because like we were talking about Jambari. Are they the greatest expansion team ever?
They might be one of them. If I can't,
I think they
like
are
Montreal Expos, but yeah, they're up there.
Montreal Expos.
Toronto Blue Jays are up there with them too. But yeah, yeah, they're. I believe it's so weird. I believe that they be the worst or second worst team in the WNBA, but I thought that they would have a lot of games that were close. Like I didn't think that they were going to be a bad team, if that makes sense. Like there's a difference between like a bad team that's never in games and like a bad team that just can't win. Yeah, like in the games, like right now, like Chicago and Washington. I believe that they're going to be like a Chicago, where they keep getting close to the door and just not closing games out because they didn't have the horses. But what I would say is this, like, I believe in Natalie Nakase from Jump Street, and I think I talked to you about this, Jordan. Yeah, I was like, they got shooters around, and her coaching philosophy has always been something that I'm talking about from day one that I enjoyed. So
they take the most threes in the league. They take 30 a game.
And people think that it's because of the 3-point ball is that they're winning. They play defense.
They do.
They
they lock down.
They even like today, Indiana had they shot less than 31% from the floor. That's terrible. And that's terrible, bro. They're less than 31% from the floor. Indiana only had 2 double-figure scores. I believe Kelsey Mitchell with 12 points and then Caitlin with 10. Everybody else was single digits, and like Veronica Burton's been playing all out of her mind. She had another 20-point game. Like Kayla Thornton and well deserved. They could have honestly had 2 All-Stars. They could have gotten 2 All-Stars, truthfully, but I'm not mad at them for at least getting 1. They should have at least got 1, but Yeah, they've been playing out their minds. So shout out to the Golden State Valkyries, man. And is this the greatest expansion team all the time? They'd have to win a championship. But right now, it's looking like it because they're doing better than the Atlanta Dream when they first started off in the WNBA. So, and there's like some other like Dallas Wings. They're doing better than them too as well. This for sure. In the WNBA, they're the greatest expansion team that we've ever seen. Yes, like just to start that.
Just the last thing to add about this game is that like, why was this game played when we were all at work?
I'll let y'all answer that.
What's up with that? Like
he's saying why does the WNBA have camp days? Is what he's saying.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all
like,
I know.
like why?
The game play early because the camps. That's it.
But I mean, it's like this is like a fever game. Like it's like, I mean, why is Angel Reese playing against the Mystics at 8:30 or whatever a.m.? Like, come on, man. These, like, I mean, how are we supposed to watch these games? Like, we all have a life to live, you know? We gotta watch it at night. Like, why can't they just move the camp games tonight?
I'll let y'all talk. Yeah, I don't have an answer for that.
I don't know. Is there a legal reason? Is this a CBA thing? Like, what's why?
As Cam said, the scheduling sucks.
Oh yeah. This whole season has been.
You said what? This whole season, what?
The scheduling has been bad, in my opinion.
I think the scheduling has a lot to do with just the TV, and I pray that that's something that they work on with the CBA, because like I think a lot of it just has to do with them getting primetime slots. Like these Sunday games at 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, when I'm leaving church, you're killing me. Y'all killing me.
Bro,
Y'all killing me. Y'all killing me, man. I'm leaving church. I'm at brunch. Then it's Angel Reese triple double watch, and I'm like, damn, can we? You know, they killing me with that. But I think again in the next CBA, I'm really just hoping that they just space out the games, because right now you only have 13 teams. You're gonna have 16. Just space them out.
It just makes it tough to follow your team when you know, I'm assuming everybody's working. I mean, what if you wanted to gamble on the game? You can't even like because you got to review the injury reports and then like you got to get your bets in, you know, to Hard Rock or DraftKings or whatever. So it's like
Hard Rock, DraftKings. Make sure y'all listening.
It just gets in the way of that betting community as well. It's just, I don't know. There's just a million reasons why I don't like it.
So Jalen put, because kids are at summer camp during the day, and we understand that. All of us understand that kids are at summer camp during the day, which is great. So they're trying to make sure that they get people in the stadium. So why not just give the kids free tickets to a night game?
Right.
You could do the exact same thing, accomplish it. Hey kids, and then this will be even cooler. So how about this for marketing, right? Why not have Caitlin Clark go to a summer camp and give tickets away? You know what I'm saying? During the day, like have her like do that as a media appearance. Have them go to different camps during camp week. Have random WNBA players or just players from each team go hand deliver tickets with the team staff. And then say, hey, we'll see you at night at 7 o'clock. Bring your parents or whatever. You know, if that's what they're going to do, I think that would be even cooler too.
Yeah.
That would be even cooler too, because then they actually get to interact with the person, the athlete, you know? And it just solves two problems. You get the kids to come back to the game, and you get to meet the athlete, and then the fans get to watch the games when they can. I feel like again, that new CBA, there's some things that they need to talk about. And right now we talk about it, they might be going on a strike, because they're far apart in negotiations. And shout out to Unrivaled, because they're right there to pick up everybody's slack.
Yeah.
It's just tough because you have the most popular team playing super early in the morning, and now tonight for our entree, the 6 and 14 Wings play the 5 and 13 Sky. That's our 8 o'clock entree. Like it's just.
Well, that's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a good game.
It's a good game because we like the WNBA, but it's like we're watching the two of the worst teams play each other tonight. When you know what I'm saying? The most popular teams playing in the morning. Yeah. That's what's frustrating.
I hear you. Speaking of, I don't know, just to predict on that game, Paige Becker's gonna go off. No guards on the other team, and then Angel Reese is questionable with a leg injury. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. So, what else you got, Jambari?
Well, I mean, today DeWanna Bonner made her appearance with the Phoenix Mercury. How far? So, Mario, I know we talked about saying we didn't believe in him. Have you started to get more belief in this team yet, or are we still both on the fence?
I think I'm not back believing. I think I'm believing in them. AT has come back, and she's on a tear. She is completely on a tear. Obviously, I think MVP conversations, she should be in them. Um, Also, like Satu coming up huge this season with them winning games. Kalia Copper's back too. Whole team has been playing phenomenal. Shout out to the role players, and then to add DeWanna Bonner to this, she's back home. Familiarity, not familiar. I don't even. I can't
Yeah,
even say.
familiarity. You got it.
Yeah, I can't say that word right, but yeah, you understand. What I'm saying. That she's a place she's familiar with, and then she's playing alongside the love of her life. So I just think that this team is most definitely especially with me knocking the Aces out the way. I'll go ahead and move Phoenix up there to a title contending team, definitely.
So who? Let me just ask you this right quick as a follow up. So who do you have as contenders so far in the W?
Oh, so far, still going the two teams that were in it last year, New York and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yep. Now Phoenix. I still think I'm gonna go. I might give Seattle a bit of an edge.
So it's 4.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say Indiana right now, but I do think once Caitlin finds her groove, they'll be probably back up in that conversation.
So no Dream.
Not the Dream have been killing it too. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna say the Dream. I'm not gonna say the Dream.
So out of the 3, out of Phoenix, New York, and Minnesota, which 2 teams do you think are most likely to go back to not go back, but go to the finals?
Minnesota and New York.
Oh wow, so it's a rematch of last year. Jordan, what about you? Same questions.
I got Minnesota and New York.
Okay, cool.
I think it's gonna be a rematch of the finals. I think that I think like when the season ended or was about to start this year, I think I predicted New York to win the championship again this year. But I don't know, man. When Minnesota plays their best, they're really good, man. They're incredibly good. Um, Phoenix, I predicted that they were going to do well this year,
Yeah, you did.
But I didn't think they'd be this good. They're good, man. Like they beat Minnesota today, and they made 1-3 out of 16.
Didn't they beat New York already?
I think they did beat.
They beat New York too. I want to say they beat them by a bunch on the road.
Yeah, they're performing better than even I thought that they would perform.
So why won't? Go ahead.
I just feel like, I feel like New York and Minnesota are just so. Not only are they not like these are the 3 best teams, right? But it's like these are teams that are playoff tested together. New
York and Minnesota.
Yeah, like they literally made finals runs like all the way to the end last year. So they're and both teams kept their rosters pretty much identical to last year also, and if anything got a little bit stronger. So whereas Phoenix, they're performing well, but Copper, is just kind of getting back into the groove of things, and they just added Bonner. So to put them above those 2 teams, I just don't see it.
I don't know, man. Phoenix is playing at an elite level, and I hate saying it, not because I don't like the Phoenix Mercury. It's just because you were right, and I was completely wrong about the Los Angeles Sparks.
Medium rare, bro.
I like mine's medium, so that's crazy. The season's not over. Season's not over. Sparks, please get it together. Get it together, Sparks. Get it together. I want filet. I need them to get it together.
You said the Sparks were going to have a better season than the Mercury this year?
I don't even want to. Yeah, man, I did.
Bro.
I was sipping the Kool-Aid. Kelsey Plum, I was sipping the Kool-Aid.
She had a good first week. That first week was crazy.
Until Golden State railroaded her in that 3rd game. And then it's been downhill from there. He put up, Cam, the Dream don't close games at a championship level. They lost to a Dallas team on the road.
That's true, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I think they're just going to be I thought they'd finish either 4th or 5th. So they're where I predicted. So, shout out to the Atlanta Dream. Alicia Gray should be first team All W, if not.
Wait, so you think that, so what is your predicted finals matchup?
The Los Angeles Sparks and the New York Liberty.
Bro.
No. It probably it's a rematch, but I would not be surprised if Phoenix was playing and Dor won a title. I wouldn't be surprised if Phoenix won the title this year. And like it for me, that takes a lot because I didn't even think they'd make the playoffs. I didn't think they'd make the playoffs, and I feel terribly wrong about that pick. I didn't think that they had enough bench depth. I didn't believe in the people outside of their big three. Monica Cole, Makani, monster. You know, like Sammy Whitcomb's had a career year. She had a 30. She almost had a 40 piece against Dallas. Single handedly beat them herself. They just like, yeah. And then they're playing without Lexi Held, rookie, who also had she's been playing like they've had a team, man. Their team has just been really stacked, man. I don't know.
Been playing like you always have been building her up for.
I told y'all set to a top 10 player. I told you she was top 10.
But she really showed it this year before Thomas came back, and yeah, she's good, man.
She up there.
I've been telling y'all that for a minute. I've been telling the people that about Alicia Gray too. So it is what it is. If y'all have any closing thoughts, I think we're good for today. But I appreciate you coming, Mario. If please fire away, Jordan, same thing. I'll start off with mine if y'all don't have any. Los Angeles Sparks, once again, please get it together. Rakia, I need you to do it, please. I don't want to pay this man no steak. Kelsey Plum, get it together. Come back healthy. You don't have to play this season. Just make sure you come back healthy when you do. De'Erica Hamby, you got snubbed. You definitely got snubbed from All-Star. She's been hooping, leading the league in second in steals, 15th in points per game. You got snubbed. Azrae Stevens, major consideration for All-Star. They have so much potential on this team. And then Ray Burrell got hurt. Ray Burrell's
statement for every player down the line.
Ray Burrell's coming back from injury, so I'm hoping. And shout out to Ray Burrell for signing with the Nike family. Odyssey Sims, I don't know why y'all would cut Odyssey Sims. Regan Peebley and Coach Roberts, man, we need y'all to like hunker down. We need a good strong second half, man. We need a good strong second half. Sparks, y'all got to get it together. Please get it together. It's true, man. Like I had them 6. I said, oh, at worst they're gonna finish at 6. At best, they're gonna finish 6 this year, man. Like they might be in the lottery again.
Dang.
And then you trade away the pick for Kelsey. I'm like, man, you have to get it together. Like y'all in win now mode.
They traded away their own pick, right? So it's like
you have to win now. You gotta win. And I got faith that you could pull it out, Sparks. I got faith that y'all could pull it out. I don't know if it's too late to mathematically catch Phoenix, but I have faith in y'all. They're for a 14-game win streak. 14-game win streak. Let's get it. All right, yes, I ain't being trying to cut you off. It's all good though.
I don't think I have anything. Still upset the WNBA did not give Nashville a team. That's really it though. I was really hoping for that Nashville team.
Let me ask you this: you like Cleveland and Detroit over Nashville?
I'm not too mad at both of those teams. If I'm not mistaken, were teams already in the league, so I can understand. I guess I can understand why they went with those cities. But I'm just disappointed in not having Nashville.
Are y'all technically the South?
Yeah.
Yes, I would say we are.
I feel discriminated against too then because Miami didn't get a shot at a team either. They have one team in the South. It's Atlanta. Like, what are we doing, W?
Right.
What are we doing? And Nashville. If y'all haven't been to Nashville, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city. Like, it's cool. Make sure you get hot chicken from Nashville. Keep that in mind. The hot chicken is good, Jordan. I'll ask you this last question. They said, do y'all think the Dallas, because they just wrote this in the comments, do y'all think the Dallas Wings have a chance at a playoff spot? I, from the beginning of the year, said that they were going to finish either 7th or 8th. So I think Chicago's going to get in too. So my answer is yes. I don't know about y'all too. And then Jordan, if you had anything else to say.
They're 3.5 games out of the last place spot. Nah, they don't have a shot.
The Dallas Wings?
I don't know what he's saying. You sound very pessimistic, but he said no.
No, I mean, like, we always try to be optimistic, but let's be realistic. Like, it's not gonna happen. So
3 games is not a lot.
bro, they're not getting in. like, no, man, no shot.
Black says Florida needs a team. I agree, Black. We do. We bring back the Miami Soul once again. Jordan, if you had anything else, we out of here.
I'm good, man.
Get it together, Sparks. Mario, thank you for joining us. Jordan, thank you again for joining us. Everybody for listening, commenting. We appreciate y'all. We will be live tomorrow, I think at like 10 a.m. So just like let us know if you're not let us know, but we'll see y'all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Peace.
Deuces.